Everybody, it's Lord Magicus, and we are back. We're playing Merfolk and Legacy tonight. Okay, yeah, as you can see, I exist here underwater now with the Merfolks. Uh, yeah, I got some sub money over the last year from the people who decided to support the Twitch channel, so you know what? I put the money into getting this cool green screen stuff set up, so I don't know, hopefully you find it entertaining. I mean, it's my way of saying thank you to all the people who do actually sub to this channel. I don't really ask for like money or anything, but if you feel inclined and you choose to sub regardless, then this is the sort of stuff it gets spent on to make it more appealing and entertaining to you guys. So I do want to say thank you for that, and hopefully we'll be able to do some more interesting stuff with this. Also, I'm going to try playing music today. So I think that this is gonna be nice. So, all right, we'll see how this goes. Here we go. Yep. Okay, good. This all works. Let's get our deck here. So we already got the deck. I just have to import it. Okay, I know that one of these cards has to not be matched with the other one, so which one is it? It's always something. Is it possible? Is it possible we actually have a completely matched set today? There's no way. This would be like actually huge, like the stream first. I think we do. My God. Yeah, those are the same. I think every card is this like. We have matching printings for the first time ever. That is incredible. So, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with this list, so I'm just trying a few things right now. There's some developments going on with the Legacy metagame. So, if there is... Similar to how Pauper had an initiative deck, now there is a mono-white initiative deck in Legacy. And, yeah, that deck is really, really interesting, because they're playing like a bunch of like Moxes and Lotus Petals and like Ancient Tombs, so they can just ramp out an initiative thing and turn one and just take over the game. And the scary thing is, it's actually one of the more played decks in the format right now. And I think that it's not, yeah, the initiative deck is not even as played as much as it probably should be, because I've heard there is issues with card availability for some of the stuff. Because not all of like the rental services wanted to go out and buy all the cards for it. So, I don't know, it maybe it's just a flavor of the month thing, but I gotta say, like, the deck is pretty powerful, and it was sitting somewhere at like 6% the last time I saw it, which is pretty big for this format. It's like there's only like a handful of decks that like reach that point, and Delver is in its own like triple S tier. It's like, I don't know, like 16% or something ridiculous like that. So, but like, you know, the 6% like for a new deck like that is quite a lot. So I expect people are probably going to be playing this at Eternal Weekend. It's new, it's flashy, it seems like it's got a fair bit of power to it, so I was thinking about, like, how can, like, Merfolk, I think, is not terribly, like, you know, far off from, like, dealing with this card. Yeah, we can fight that deck pretty well. We have Chalice that we can put on 0 to turn off all their fast mana. Wasteland can blow up the Ancient Tombs. We have Force of Will to help counter their stuff. But I also was thinking about Dismember can help us a lot with that. And also Phantasmal Image. I think I had tried Glasspool in the deck last time, and I wanted it to copy True-Name, but if I'm gonna, like, if I can still use Phantasmal Image for that purpose, it means that I have to play 20 real lands instead of, like, I was at 19 real lands and 2 Glasspool, so... Yeah, it costs me like an extra slot in my deck to do this way, but there's some upsides to this. One of them is that Phantasmal Image can copy the initiative guy and steal the initiative for you, so that's pretty baller, I think. And we still have some 1-drops that we can sneak in to, like, try to take the initiative back, so if we can, like, you know, play like a Dismember on their guy and then get a creature in play, we can hopefully steal the initiative back while it's still early enough to make a difference. So yeah, I think we have a few different ways to fight that deck. And then a sideboard card that's really good against them is Torpor Orb, because they will not get the initiative when it enters the battlefield, and most of their stuff is things that like require ETB triggers. And the thing is, this card's also really good against like Death and Taxes, because it turns off stuff like Skycleave Apparition, Solitude, and Stoneforge Mystic, which are all really dangerous cards. And then on top of that, there's also stuff like Flicker Wisp and Recruiter of the Guard. Yeah, so it's this card hits taxes pretty hard. So I think that this might be worth trying here. Dismember in the main deck might help us a little bit more against the Maverick decks too, which is also something I was thinking about. Because I think, honestly, those decks are hard to beat, and Mince and Boo is not making it any easier, so it's one of the reasons we have these Blue Elemental Blasts in the sideboard, because it's one of the only cards that we have that can profitably kill the Hamster Dad. Aside from that, everything else is, like, basically, you know, stuff that you would expect here. I don't know, I figured we can try this out. We used to play lots of Phantasmal Image in the deck a long time ago, so this is not like an unheard of thing for us. It's just it hasn't been done in quite a while. And it becomes a lot worse if Plague Engineer starts showing back up in the format, so let's hope that that's not a thing. And as long as it's not, then I think we'll be okay. Alright, and with that said, I think it's time to we gotta get into our league here. Alright, and yeah, I was gonna do, I don't know, I thought about trying to like jam Legacy in last week, but Friday I streamed for 6 hours playing A Link to the Past, and then I just did not have it in me that weekend to do it. Yeah, the holiday week just like threw off my schedule ridiculously. But we're back. We're here. We're playing our fishes now. So let me bring up the chat here. And anybody who's watching this either live or on the replay, let me know if you like the music in here. I kind of like it. I think that this is nice, but maybe you disagree. So if you have strong opinions, or even neutral opinions for that matter, I'm interested to know. You know what? I think we have all right, after this game, I have a thing that we need to look at. So the music is just too loud. Okay, I can turn it down a little bit. I didn't think it was that loud, but how about this? Is this better? I think, yeah, this hand looks great. We're gonna keep it. Yeah, alright, I changed it here, so it should be a little bit quieter at least. Okay. Alright, opponent. Alright, personal tutor. So this is like 1000% fucking Doomsday. Which means this is a force check. Oh yeah, they just put Doomsday on top, so that was not a force of will. I don't even really feel the need to play Tideshaper here because they have Doomsday, we don't have force. Like, we're kind of fucked. They're just gonna play like Dark Ritual Doomsday and we don't have any answer to that. I assume that they have, like, Force of Will backup. No, they don't. Okay, so they have Doomsday in hand, but they don't have the mana to cast it yet. Okay, interesting. So what I can do is I can Tide Shaper. If they obviously didn't have the Dark Ritual, or they would have used it here. So the other reason holding this back makes sense is that I can take away one of their black mana. And hopefully this will delay them and give us another chance to find Force. I don't think playing it on turn 1 was great. We need more time. I'd probably have to play a Lord this turn, I'm guessing. What are you doing? We're fucked. Yeah, okay. I guess there's, like, some possible chance that, like, if they don't find, like, Cavern of Souls and we find Force of Will, this could work. But it's unlikely, I think. Or, I don't know, Dismember maybe will do something. Should at least make them try. We got Force checked here, and we just didn't have Force, that's all. And I think this match is actually a little bit hard, but Torpor Orb is also really helpful against it, because that is a piece of hate they need very specific answers to. Yeah, if they don't have a good plan for Torpor Orb, like, they just lose, because it turns off Thassa's Oracle, so... Alright, let's see how they construct this. Our top deck might be interaction of some sort, but we'll see. So, what's also worth noting is here, we get to see their deck, so we kind of get an idea of what's in their hand, I think. Yeah, they're just playing the straight Doomsday Pile version. Okay, so that's not nothing. So they're at 9. So... Alright. Let's look here. One, 2, 3. That means they have to have a Force in their hand, right? I only see 3 Forces here, so, like, the odds that this Dismember are going to resolve are basically 0. And there's also Deep Analysis. Yeah, they might even be able to sequence this so they have 0 cards left, too. I feel very confident that they're going to force this Dismember, but we have to try. The only other thing is that I don't think I see a Daze. But we have to play the Otawara. I'm just debating. Like, I think I have to play Lord of Atlantis here, and then just, like, yeah. I'm assuming that they have the 4th Force, and they're not worried about this, so. I guess the only thing is, like, this gives us some possible chance if for some reason they don't have a Force here. Then and Dismember keeps us alive, which there's like a 0% chance it's going to, but we would still have a way to kill them, so we have to give it a shot. Okay, they just know. Yep, Edge of Autumn. Cavern of Souls, they're gonna put it on Merfolk. There's that. I have to do this now. And then they just force it and they're going to win. The thing is, like, if we actually had a force here to go with this, then this would actually work. Unless force is one of those two cards, but no, they have it. Okay, we die. So, nothing we can do about it. Steam, really? I don't care. No, go away, Steam. Okay, so for this, we need Torpor Orb. So actually, Chalice on 0 is also good because it delays them. It means they can't count on using like any of their pedal mana to go off. We need force, obviously. True-Name is basically a dead card here. I don't actually think I want to cut Dismember, specifically because of the Shieldreds that we know that they have. I don't think we need Phantasmal Image here. Well, okay, actually, they might board in something like Shieldred. I've seen this deck do that, so... Alright, we're on the play. This really just comes down to force checking us. We cannot keep this. We can definitely keep this. This hand is great. We have Force, Cursecatcher, and Torpor Orb. We're going to keep this. Pretty sure that I put Island in the bottom. I go Island, Cursecatcher, then Wasteland, Torpor Orb. Or actually, no, I could. That's okay. So that's tough. I put Wasteland in the bottom. I can then cast the Trickster or at some point. So I think I have to get rid of this. This should be good. So Cursecatcher means that we're like not going to get turn 1. All right. And if they thought seize me, I will force it to get the Torpor Orb in play. Sure, ponder away. That's fine. I don't want to waste Cursecatcher on the ponder yet. So I like effectively remember that like every point of life that we deal to them. Okay, that's actually really good too. Yeah, I could definitely like Cursecatcher a thought. Well, okay, so there is some danger to that because like if they have Force of Will, the Cursecatcher can still counter Doomsday through Force of Will, and the Force of Will actually can't. So that it has to be considered sometimes. So here we have an interesting choice. I think we're going to play the Chalice on 1 first. Because we still have Force here. This takes away, it takes away any possibility that they're going to kill us like this turn. And I think this also makes it a lot harder for them to come up with an answer. They're pitching Force of Will to this thing. I think this is fine. Three? Okay, I think this is still worth forcing because as long as this resolves, they can't go Ritual into Doomsday. And the more important thing is the Chalice helps protect the Torpor Orb because if there was any possibility that they were gonna like find an answer to this thing, this is gonna take it away. So like right now, I just play this while they obviously don't have anything. Like the chances that they're defeating this are basically 0. Like They're not digging through their deck for anything. I'm just going to play this Lord of Atlantis and they're going to die. That was quite the stack, I agree. Alright, let's get Lord in play. Start maximizing our damage. So every point of damage we deal to them is just very devastating. Hexcatcher will... Yeah, like, they're just dead. Like, they're at the point where, like, even if they cast a Doomsday, they would just die, so... But the only thing that sucks is they know we have Torpor Orb now, so they might actually have an answer to it. Is this is an important card they have to, like, figure out a way to beat, so... But I don't think I'm changing anything. I think I'm just running this back and just hoping it's good enough. The thing is, like, we only need, like, 1 or 2 creatures to just kill them. Because if we can get, like, a hate piece and play, like, Torpor Orb, that's great. Chalice on 1 is fine to slow them down, but it's not sufficient on its own. Hexcatcher is insanely good. Because once Hexcatcher's in play, like, they can't force it while you throwing Merfolk at their Doomsday. Yeah, and it looks like he must have been on a hand where it was like he needed to have Dark Ritual into Doomsday, and because of Chalice, he just couldn't do it, so... this is not terrible, actually. Wasteland is pretty good against this deck, and we have Force of Will for, like, a turn 1, so I think I'm going to keep it. Like, if they get a non-bait, if they get, like, an Underground Sea here, I am 1000% going to Wasteland this fucker. Well, they're going to Thoughtseize me, and they have to take Force here, right? Ugh. I guess I have to let them do it. It's not good. Alright, well, this is rough, but... we kind of just need to draw another Force. That's where we're at. They took a fucking Lord of Atlantis? What? How is that... I don't get it. Okay, well that makes sense. They played the Lotus Petal before we could draw a Chalice. I'm still doing this because they can cast it for 3 mana next turn. So, it's very possible they don't have another land. They might have to burn this Lotus Petal on... Okay, so they're going to get a basic off of this for sure. Because they know we have another Wasteland, so... But the only thing is, like... the island is not helping them cast Doomsday, so that's a plus. I'm not happy that they got to Brainstorm here to help fix their hand a little bit, but... I feel like it can't possibly have been correct to Thoughtseize and not take Force of Will off of that. Alright, yeah, we have to just play Island's Aether Vial here. Alright, well, the game's not over yet. Okay, Underground Sea. Are they going to go for it? Cycle? What does that mean? No, okay. Cool. I think I just Wasteland them again. I guess they like... if they were going to do that, they probably should have cycled this thing first to see... Because I don't know if you want to play this early. Like, that seems dangerous. I can Violin Tide Shaper and out. Like, if I have to pitch Trickster, that's fine. Okay. So they're only on 2 black sources now. Okay, see, now I'm actually inclined to Tide Shaper and turn this swamp into an island. Because that actually does slow them down here, so... They need triple black, and they obviously don't have a ritual, or they would have used it. Again, it puts them at least another turn away from getting triple black, so... Now they're also in the danger zone, because if they cast Doomsday and they can't win this turn, they actually just die. They're at a low enough life total where I can afford to just, like, Vial and Trickster and then, like, master them to death. Is this Sheoldred? Whenever you draw a card... Okay, well, it can't be countered, so that's a thing, I guess. I don't have a choice. I have to, like... Let's see. I really want Island Walk against this, but, like, if they cast a single Brainstorm, that's going to be devastating. I think that I have to just use the Trickster here and just pray I draw a blue card. Me losing life is not really relevant right now. Come on, blue card. That is not a blue card, but it is close enough. Okay. Like, if this resolves, like, okay, well, then that has to be a good sign, right? It's like, how are they gonna, like, yeah, I think if I just maximize the damage here, that's the best thing to do. Just put them in a position where, like, I'm threatening to kill them. Sure, they might, like, you know, Brainstorm or Ponder, but still like, I'm still dealing them 6 a turn and threatening to draw another Lord, which would just kill them on the spot, so. They're getting Ponder. Yeah, okay. They can't cast it. Oh, that's not good for them. Yeah, if they can't do it this turn, that's really bad for them. Blue card. That's actually really good too. I guess I just attack them for 6. I think we're winning this. They put it on top of their deck. That's not gonna work, opponent. Yeah, Petty Theft is not really helping your cause here. And now they're not going to be casting this thing this turn either. No, Personal Tutor, it just puts it on top of their deck so they can, like, draw it the next turn, so... yeah, we just win. Look, we had Torpor Orb both times. Like, this card was just absolutely devastating against them. Look, I told you, Sheoldred is a thing. Like, this is one of the reasons I do want to keep Dismember against them. Because if this thing runs wild and they just, like, cast Brainstorms into it, that just buys them a bajillion turns, so... I think that Torpor Orb fills one of the roles that I really want it in the sideboard, is something that's, like, good against, like, taxes, but also good against Doomsday, which are both very played decks right now. And the fact that it's now also good against this mono white deck that's floating around is just gravy. So they beat us in game 1 when they force checked us, but, like, had nothing. They just couldn't, like, get their games 2 or 3. Combo in this format tends to be like that for the most part. Merfolk is usually pretty good at punishing those decks. Okay. Memories of the time. I would love to play first. Yeah, I think I'd keep this. I don't know what we're up against here. I think that I am going to play this. As if this is a not blue deck, I'm almost definitely casting Dismember this turn. And if it's a blue deck, then I definitely want to be attacking for 2 with this Tide Shaper. This could be another Doomsday deck, where the Force is going to be relevant. Underground Sea. Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay. LED, LED. Emery, okay, cool. Alright, so this is the Echo deck, so it's they're not willing to go for it just yet. I am going to, however, let's destroy this Underground Sea. If they try to cast Echo, I have a Force for it, so hopefully that's fine. Alright. Well, they have to... The thing is, yeah, they have to crack LED to cast this Echo from the graveyard. And hopefully they just don't have a Force. Swamp? Okay, that's not good. Curse of Fool's Wisdom. What the fuck does this thing do? Whenever enchanted player draws a card, they lose 2 life and you gain 2 life. They're just gonna cast Echo here, right? So... I mean, I don't really like this. We have 8 turns to kill... Oh, God. I feel like I have to force this and just hope that Echo doesn't, like, kill me. I don't have a choice. This card's going to kill us if this resolves. So we don't have the pressure on board to, like, beat them through an Echo. So, here we go. We both draw 7 cards. Okay. Well, that's not bad. We drew another Force, so... I can't force the Echo and that at the same time. That's the problem. Like, and if I let that resolve so I can force the Echo, like, it still applies in my draw step. Like, they're gonna kill me very slowly like that, so... And that's not good. Whereas, like, I guess here, if they go for Echo, I have a Force again, so... If they just kind of go for it here, it's not going to work. I think that I'm supposed to just pitch... I think I'm supposed to get rid of the Lord of Atlantis. This is difficult. Both of these are, like, pretty good here. They have 0 cards. The thing is, they're going to do this again next. They're going to keep drawing a bunch of cards. I don't know, like, I'm not going to be able to attack into this. It's only going to be a 2-2, and this is going to be a 3-2. That's the problem. So, I have to force this guy. So they have no cards, but they do have Emery plus Bobble. So they will be able to loop it. Now, ideally here, we pick up, like, another Force or a Dismember. That's actually really good. I think I'm just playing Island and then Chalice and 0. I have to just pass, but this is actually okay. And we just have to hope their Echo doesn't go, like, too insane. Anvil. Sure. I guess discard Island. I want to keep Wasteland here, so... They need to find a land so that they can cast this Echo. And they get a few draws to do so. Aether Spellbomb? Okay. I definitely am... I don't think I would have used... They're just going to draw a card. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I guess. Sure. They can draw with it. That's fine. Monster CC, what's going on? I will discard Island here. I definitely just attack with both of these and play Cursecatcher. I think that I'm supposed to... I think I have to play this Wasteland. I don't know if I'm supposed to play Island or Wasteland. I have to keep at least one extra card in my hand because of this. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna... Let me think about this carefully. Yes, this is the same 75 I put in the Discord. Okay, let me think about this. There's like, they do have like Ancient Tombs and Saga, so like Saga is a good reason to play the Wasteland. Because if they Echo here and I lose the Island, I get to keep this just in case they play Saga, so... They're getting to dig pretty significantly here, so... No, that's not good. That's gonna buy them a fair bit of time. Oh, but they didn't cast it, so that's fine. Oh, it was Madness 4. Okay, that's why, so they couldn't do it here. They didn't have the mana to actually do it, because they didn't have LEDs online. Well, they can't Echo because of the Cursecatcher, so... We are safe for at least one more turn, and then I'm definitely going to Wasteland this Underground Sea. So far, we're doing okay. Nihil Spellbomb, huh? Okay. That's not concerning me at the moment. Exiling my graveyard is not that relevant. I guess what, they took away a force, right? Yeah, they're just gonna play Aether Spellbomb with Emery so that they can draw another card next turn. Okay. I don't really need to Wasteland that right now. Oh, that's great. I think we just kill them here. Yeah. They have 2 cards in hand, like... How does this go wrong? There we go. We got him. They just gave up. We had, I think, exactly 9 there, so... Alright. This is a pretty good match for us overall, so... I definitely want Null Rod, I want the other Dismember, and I want the Forces here. Unlicensed Hearse is not bad. This is not really a Phantasmal Image match. It's probably not a True-Name Nemesis match either. I guess this is probably fine. Hurkyl's recall is definitely like a consideration too. I don't know if like I think honestly the rest of these cards are already really good. I'm not. It's maybe. I'm gonna run it like this. We have Null Rod here, so that's pretty good. I guess the only question is if we get to like actually cast it, because if they get like Echo on turn 2, then yeah, this is not going to help us very much. They're keeping 7 cards. That can't be a good sign. All right, well, I am going to keep this. We're going to try. So if I can just go like Tideshaper into Null Rod, like that's pretty good. Anvil, okay. The cool thing about Anvil is we get to do it first, so I'm definitely going to play the Cursecatcher first. Okay, what do I not need here? Probably, like, Lord of Atlantis. Let's play this on 0 and play Cursecatcher. And then next turn, we're just going to play Null Rod, and hopefully that will kill them. Now they can't play, like, LEDs or anything. They could play, like, Emery. Ensnaring Bridge, that was something... Well, we have Otawara, but that is something that I should have considered them for how to bring in the recall. So now drawing in land here would be great. Fuck, I only have, like... See, now I'm not so sure about this. I guess I am discarding... I think I have to discard Aether Vial here. We're going to play Tideshaper. I have to keep this Otawara in hand. Yeah, this was my... I should have known that they would, like, bring in Ensnaring Bridge or have it already. But, I don't know. I felt like having 2 Otawaras would be enough of a safety valve, so I guess we're going to find out. I really need to draw another land so I don't have to play this thing. Okay, well, if they're casting this, then that's fine. I don't think they want to give us more anvils here. Come on, land! Land, land! Oh, God. Alright, I only have one more of these in the deck. They're obviously not going to block, so... This is too important to play as a land right now. The nice thing about this is if they have Echo stuck in their hand, it gives them a way to discard it. They're choosing LED. Okay, but like, do you have a plan for Chalice here? Looks like they might. Underworld Cookbook. Okay. Pithing Needle? I guess they are going to choose Cursecatcher? Seems like they're the go-to card here. Hexcatcher might actually be better. They choose Cursecatcher, okay. So we have like one more turn, it looks like, to get this fucking Null Rod in play before this cookbook starts being a problem. Okay, come on, land! Okay, that's great. Get rid of this Master of the Pearl Trident. I guess attack first. Now they have Force of Will or a Metallic Rebuke. Okay, that's a card. I can't activate Cursecatcher because of the Pithing Needle. Okay. Well. Sure, they can make a food token. Gives them a way to gain a bunch of life. That's not great. They discarded Whir of Invention. Interesting. They're gonna let us dig even more. That's interesting too. Okay. I have to discard a card. I feel like probably discarding Hexcatcher. They have one card in hand. Alright, and then we're definitely going to discard Aether Vial. The Saga has to go. That's a problem. And I think that this is okay for right now, and then I'll probably have to flash in Hexcatcher. We have not lost this game yet. They're just going to dig through their deck a little bit, but there's Echo, okay. I feel like I should do this now before they can actually like do anything about it. I see Echo there. I want this in play so that they can't actually just cast it before I can Hexcatcher it. I don't want to have to burn Force of Will in this thing. And I do kind of want this Master in play, so at the point where I'm ready to bounce this bridge, I can just Island Walk and kill them. So if I don't have to pitch this, that would be good. And ideally, like, I don't want to have to use this Saga here. Or, I mean, this Wasteland. Oh, God. They have another one of these things. I'm pretty sure the only thing I'm looking to draw right now are just, like, lands. There's not a whole lot that they can cast that I actually care very much about. Ooh, okay, that definitely is one of the things, though. Dismembering Emery right now doesn't matter. I really don't want to kill this thing, but they're going to get constructs out of it. And the constructs are going to be very big and hard to deal with. This kind of sucks, but I think I have to kill this thing. I could dismember the Emery so I can attack with the Hexcatcher. And they could spend some mana to like get this back. I don't feel like I have to worry about days. Okay, they're at 6 now, so we're making progress. And every time they use this Ancient Tomb to cast something, it does mean that we don't need as many things in play to kill them. We have a path to victory. Okay, well, they discarded Hurkyl's Recall because I guess, yeah, they realized, like, neither of these are helpful here. I'm assuming they just have, like, land. I don't know if them going for Echo here would actually help them very much. They do have the ability to... I don't know what their card is in hand, but they could have discarded it to make a food token, and this thing wouldn't have been able to attack, so... Maybe the correct thing to do last turn is I should have attacked them first and then dismembered it. Okay. They're gonna cast this thing. Pretty sure I just throw away Cursecatcher to this. I don't think they realize this can counter this. Because they just took an extra 2 damage for that, so... Okay. Well, we're definitely keeping Island here. And I think we're at the point where probably just want to keep these 2 cards and just keep Force of Will. Just play Island and pass. Like, I'm pretty like, I think, yeah, no matter what I draw, I want to just keep, like, Wasteland and play it. And I'm just sandbagging a Force here. There's very little that I actually do want to counter at the moment. Okay, sure. They can start making a bunch of food tokens, but it's gonna hurt them if they want to actually crack them for life, so... They could bounce, like, my Tideshaper back to my hand if they want. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't think I need that. Okay. We are close. I get to attack because I know they have the Oval Chase guy in their hand. They have to discard it right now to make a food token. So, okay. They choose not to return it to their hand because they know that I will be able to just so I need them to like miss on the next like few turns of like missing something huge here. So I really need to like that was not the correct one to bounce, I don't think, because I can just flash that in on your turn. I don't really want to let you draw cards here, so. There's echoes in the graveyard, but they are like super dangerous for them to let me have access to. The thing is that if they echo and they can't unload their hand, they just like die, so. They just play a land here? Okay. That's good news for me, right? Well, this is a blue card I can play. I can throw this away to Trickster. Or I can throw that away to Force, so. So at the end of his turn here, I need to like bounce this Ensnaring Bridge and then hold up Force to counter this thing. So I don't know what his plan is, but I'm hoping that this is good enough to beat it. Sure. So I'll have the Force to counter it when they try to replay it. What I'm going to do is I can Otawara at the end of their turn and then Wasteland on the Ancient Tomb, ideally. Take away their extra mana. Maybe they think I just don't have an answer to Bridge. Oh, they discarded their own Otawara. Interesting. I guess they have to cast it. But I feel like now we're in a winning position. Okay. I don't think I need the Dismember. What are they gonna... I mean, I assume they're just gonna gain life here. They replay Bridge and I just force it and they lose. I mean, I also have Hexcatcher in play, which is making it very... Like, the chances that this Bridge is gonna resolve are basically 0, so... Probably just sacrifice Hexcatcher if they like try to cast it and keep up Force of Will just in case they try to cast like, I don't know, Word of Invention or something. Okay, there we go. We won the match. Their plan was to sit behind an ensnaring bridge and do nothing, and that plan was not going to work here. Alright. It's not the cleanest win we've ever had, but definitely should have had the Hurkyl's recall. So, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm supposed to take out for it, though. I guess that's hard, because, like, all the cards we had in the deck at that point were actually, like, pretty good. Maybe we don't need all 3 Dismembers. I feel like, though, they did show us, oh god, I'm not gonna... If I read the name, like, I could pronounce it, so... yeah, they showed us, the cookbook person. But, I don't know, maybe it meant Dismember was actually better than I was giving it credit for because of that. I don't know, like... I guess I could have taken out, like, Aether Vial, because if I'm bringing in Null Rod, Aether Vial's not as good, so you know what, that's probably what I'd cut for that. Take out, like, 2 Aether Vials and just bring in the 2 Hurkyl's recalls, that seems reasonable. Okay, you know what, I'm gonna take, like, a 1-minute break here, and then I'm gonna be right back, so, chat, I'm gonna leave you, here, you can enjoy the water, I'll be right back here. Oh. Okay. Coming, guys. I know it was lonely without me, but I'm here. Alright. Let's go. Alright, there. All good, everybody, we're fine. It's a well-known fact if Merfolk goes up against island decks, it's way healthier for it. Whereas, like, last league we played, we were up against 0 islands in, like, the entire league, so... this hand looks great. And there is a really good chance, like, I'm on the draw here, so... might want to play this in 0. We'll have to see. I don't know, maybe 1... I don't know, it depends what they lead off with. Usually playing on 0 is not great on the draw. Unless it looks like it's Storm. Ancient Tomb, okay, we're playing it on fucking 0. Alright. We need a Cavern of Souls. But hopefully Oh, look, this is the deck I thought it was going to be. This is the one. Alright. So this is the initiative deck. Everybody, let's see if the tech works for this. We're going to play this Lord of Atlantis and then hopefully True-Name Nemesis. Okay. We can draw a land and slam True-Name. We actually, like, have a good shot here. Alright, so this thing's going to get big. Because then we can steal the initiative and then play True-Name to block this. Oh, that's bad. We're going to initiative again. Okay. Okay, well, this is going to hurt. I really need I need a land like this turn or we just die. Oh, this thing gets protection from creatures. Right? Yeah, because of this thing. So, yeah, I think we're just dead here. Like, there's nothing we can do. No, we just lose to this because they were on the play with like a too good of a start. So, this is too late because this is still, yeah, this is 6. So, we can't actually beat this. This is like why I'm saying I want cards against this matchup because I think it's like really dangerous and a lot of people are going to be playing it. Okay. On the play, I think this Chalice and 0 plan is actually not bad. Oh god, it's fucking terrible. I don't think we want Cursecatcher. Force of Will is fine against them. I have to take out one more card. I want to keep Phantasmal Image. I think that card's actually helpful. I don't think Hexcatcher is that relevant. They don't have a lot of non-creature spells that we're worried about here. I think we're just doing it like this and praying. Alright, well, we know what we're up against, so... I mean, this honestly might be good enough. We just need to get to a point where we can play Torpor Orb and, like, hope that Force of Will keeps us alive long enough. I have to take some risks against a deck like this. And I think this, with double Force of Will, like, we are safe enough. Some of these decks are playing, like, Cavern of Souls, but they're not going to be able to, like, Cavern a thing out on turn 1 through our Chalice, so... this will slow them down a fair bit. Okay. And we just need to be lucky. That's it. Draw lands. And Maria, what are you gonna do with this? Oh, they're taking 3? Okay. Cool. Land! Come on, land! It's not a land, but it's close enough. Lets us get a game going. I mean, if the opponent is reading this correctly, they have to know that we just drew that because we didn't play it in turn 1, so there's like a 0% chance that we didn't have this, or that we had this in turn 1. So, I don't know if that might change their opinion on like what they're gonna do here. Okay. Why did they take 3 for this? That's so ridiculous. Like, were they like trying to hold up like swords to plowshares or something? No, I don't want to be doing this. Fuck. Alright, that's really bad. Because now, like, if they play another thing, I'm gonna have to, like, pitch True-Name to it. And I don't want to, because True-Name is one of the better cards we have in this matchup. But I can't let them have the initiative. Like, it's too dangerous. Yeah, like, this card is a must-force. Alright, we need stuff. Like, come on. Aether Vial is not it right now. We need a fucking land. God damn it. Alright, if they have it, they have it. Alright. They do. God. Alright, well. It itself is a warrior, so it can target itself. So it's like, yeah, I can't even like stop that thing. All I can do is just try to fight back by using True-Name to take the initiative. Oh! Well, that's actually interesting. So here's the thing, I can take the initiative from them right now. Okay, this is exactly why we wanted to have Phantasmal Image. I don't care. That's not the point of this card. The point is that I get this trigger now. Okay. Okay, cool. They do, I think, have Containment Priest in their deck, so I should not screw around with this. I should just put this into play right now. Alright. So basically, we're at a point where we can keep swinging at each other for 3 damage. I can't block their thing, they can't block my thing, but they're at a lower life total. Yeah, this has protection from creatures, so there's nothing I can do about that. So we're just trading initiative triggers now, but right now my clock is technically faster, but they might have another creature, so... Ooh, now, yeah, this is gonna be real interesting. They don't have another creature, maybe, but... Okay. This is not terrible. Always no, and always no. I don't know what they're thinking about right now. Alright, so the Forge or the Lost Well here. So I think we go Forge, right? Because that's what they did with theirs. And then Forge takes us then into Trap as well, which is great, so... Because they're dead next turn right now, because I attack them for 5, get the initiative, and then the initiative kills them. Okay, they do technically live now. So this is going to be... If I draw a Lord... I guess I could have played this Aether Vial, but it doesn't actually matter. I mean, bluffing that I have a creature is a little bit better, but yeah, they just attack anyway. Alright. I need to draw a Lord, I think. That's where we're at here. They go to 11. Okay. Lord wins the game. That was not it. I am just actually dead here. This is gonna kill me, and yeah, there's nothing I can do about this, right? Because I don't have a choice here. Trap is not gonna do anything. Goading a creature is not gonna do anything either. Alright, well, just, you know, we'll make ourselves feel better. We're gonna attack. It was close. I needed to get in one more damage and I just couldn't do it. Yeah, okay. We die. I can't stop them from hitting me back. This match is fucking brutal, and it's I want to have cards for it. It's like, you saw that. That was ridiculous. The initiative is so fucking ridiculously powerful in this format. And it's one of the reasons, like I said, I want main deck Dismember, because that Dismember at least stops them on, you know, when they get their stuff going. So we have a chance at least, but it is... That deck, I feel like it's going to be running rampant at Eternal Weekend, so... I don't think I can be more prepared for it than I am now, but on the plus side, Phantasmal Image did what it was supposed to do. I am pleased with that card, so... I'm on the play here. This is a... I can't keep this on... Like, one land on the play is not great. This is a lot more keepable. I feel like I'm supposed to dump Lord of Atlantis here because there's no guarantee I'm actually going to be able to cast this thing. And there's a very strong chance that I might want to cast this Chalice of the Void. Or no, I probably need to cast this on 0. I don't know what I'm up against here, but I might need to use this Wasteland, so we'll see. I'm pretty sure that against, like, this format, if you're on the play in the blind, you're supposed to put this in 0. Like, there's just too many things. That's... I mean, sure, you got your thing. Cool. Dryad Arbor. I mean, Wasteland is not the worst here, but... Alright, I don't know. We'll see if we can do something. I'm assuming they probably have a fetch land, but... I mean, wasting this Dryad Arbor was also possible here. No, you can't Swords to Plowshare it with that, so... Gaia's Cradle. Scavenging is... Okay, you know what? That's actually not the worst. Sylvan Library, I am not happy to see that. Alright, well, we have to, like, destroy this fucking Gaia's Cradle, right? There's no way. It is so ridiculously dangerous to rely on this Tide Shaper right now. I think that we can't dick around with this. Scavenging Ooze is not going to block this. There's no way. Alright, maybe if the top 3 cards of their deck are bad, oh, they drew an extra card. That's not good for us. They found Catacombs. Ugh. Stabby McCugs, this is not a touchdown like game. No, we don't get touchdowns in this. You get home runs. Okay, this looks like maybe Swords to Plowshares and Tide Shaper. That's what I'm reading this as. Oh, they're going after the Hexcatcher. That's surprising. Okay. Green Sun for 1, that's not good. Birds of Paradise. Okay, so they want to keep their mana up. Makes sense. I think I need another... yeah, alright, well... Don't think I can attack here. Like at this point, I just kind of have to hope for an island, and that island walk will somehow get there. It seems incredibly unlikely, but what are we gonna do? We have no, like, better plays here. The Sylvan Library is, like, just devastating. The Wasteland, like, I don't really care about that much. Blowing up my Wasteland's, like, no, I don't want to Tide Shaper my own Wasteland because, one, that's a thing, but, like, and if I Tide Shaper my own Wasteland, they are definitely going to sense weakness, and, like, I can't have that. I want to make it so that it's hard for them to have access to, like, white mana. Because, look, they can either cast, like, Swords or Thalia here, but not both. And now look at this. Merfolk. We get to play this Island Walk Lord. And if they don't have another, like, Swords to Plowshares, they might actually just die. Because we have double Island Walk here. So find Swords or you lose the game. Yeah, it's not the amount of mana. I'm trying to make their colors very hard here. Sure, they can exile, you know, something with Scavenging Ooze, that's fine. But there's no creatures in the graveyard, so it doesn't matter. And it is very dangerous for them to draw an extra card with Library here, because going to 2 is almost asking for it. Okay. Okay, so what did you find here? Windswept Heath. Alright, cool. You have 2 cards in hand, so, like, that was a land, so, like, what are you gonna do? Like, if Prismatic Ending is not enough to actually win here, you actually are just dead to, like, Island Walk. So I don't know what their last card is, but if they, like, yeah, there's a very high chance that this is just gonna do it. And we have to go for it. There's no creatures for them to exile with Scavenging Ooze here. Fucking against all odds! No, they don't have creatures to exile with the Ooze. That's the thing. Prismatic Ending exiles, so that wasn't actually that good for them. Well, I guess they didn't know I had the other Lord, but yeah. Home run! We scored a goal down. Alright. I think Unlicensed Terrace is a card we want here. I think we take out Chalice, and I think we bring in Dismember. They might have Collector Oof, which is not ideal. Yeah, we gotta keep these. Grafdigger's Cage is okay. I don't know about that. I guess I could take out a Cursecatcher. Like, Cursecatcher's not that terribly impressive. Torpor Orb does a little bit, but not a lot. Actually, or you know what? No, we want these blue elemental blasts because they probably have Mince and Boo and they're at 75, and I really need to have this in here to deal with it. So I think we just take out Cursecatchers and bring in these and then call it a day. And this is just going to have to be good enough. Fuck, no, this is not going to be good enough. Oh god, not like this, come on! I guess I could have kept it because I have, like, Wasteland Vial, but like that seemed really sketchy, and this is not really any better. Like it seems like we are destined to lose game 2. I think our mulligans are just terrible. So we do have to be worried about like Collector Oof, and they also have Wasteland, and like us using Wasteland on them is not great. And if we're playing turn 1 Wasteland, like we know they're gonna know we're in danger, so they will not hesitate to go after that vial. But this is bad. Like, this is... Realistically, if you're going to beat them on 5 cards, you need to have, like, double True-Name Nemesis and, like, 3 lands or something. So that's about all that's going to do it. Okay, so they have black here as a splash, so I guess maybe that's 4 color. See, look, Collector Oof. If we kept that Vial hand, we would just be dead. Alright, not even close. Alright, it's not clear what they have in their hand here. So I guess I'm going to pass, because there's some chance that maybe they're going to tap out for, like, Green Sun, or for, like, Mince and Boo, and I want to have Hexcatcher up to counter it if possible. Yeah, they're gonna... Yeah, attack for 3, sure. That's fine, I don't care about that. No, obviously I'm not blocking. Like, there's a good chance they could just pass, but... Okay, what are we doing? Oh, that's bad. This means Grist, probably? No, Green Sun. Well, I can't counter the Green Sun with Hexcatcher, so this is going to be bad. So this... It has to find a green creature, and I don't think they can find anything that prevents us from casting. This is like... Script Ranger, that makes sense. Protection from blue. It's going to be incredibly hard to come back here. They have 2 cards. Their board is not as bad as it could be. Like, there is that, at least. But it's far from fantastic right now. They could just be hanging on to, like, Swords to Plowshares and, like, Mints and or something, we could be dead. Or, you know, there's a number of ways this could go south. Like, with black, like, all things are possible. Maybe, like, Plague Engineers or fucking, like, Pernicious Deeds. Or there's a lot of bad cards that, like, we could see. We don't really have any good way to deal with them, so... Sure. There's no sense in sacrificing it because I actually want it in exile in case they find Scavenging Ooze anyway, so... Exile is usually better for us. Oh god. Alright, what are we doing here? 3? There, yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Sure. The cool thing is I can actually, like... I can copy this thing and name human and kill off some of their guys. That's gonna be very difficult to deal with. It's not over yet because, again, like, I could still potentially draw, They did not need to attack with both of these. Like, they still have the Hierarch, so... Okay, see, look, this is why we did not give up. The Dismember means we still have a chance. We're gonna copy this Plague Engineer, and we're gonna name Human. Because this is gonna kill off Mother of Runes. And it will kill off the Noble Hierarch. And I have like, if they attack into this, like, I can just block with whatever. And I have a Dismember to, like, kill whatever, so... Like, I can kill the Plague Engineer, and that's hopefully fine. Okay, well, they're gonna kill my Engineer. That was inevitable, I guess, but I still need to probably kill their Engineer. Like, the Script Ranger is definitely annoying, but it's not the worst thing that could happen to us right now. The worst thing that could happen to us is if they play, like, another fucking Plague Engineer. Alright, well, this has to go away. Because if I draw, like, another Hexcatcher or something, I won't be able to play it otherwise. Or True-Name Nemesis. That could make a huge difference here. But I kind of need them to have, like, nothing. And I need True-Name. Well, I can at least cast it. That's a plus. I don't believe there's any benefit to playing the Cavern of Souls right now, so I'm just going to hold it. And I'm probably going to have to trade it with the Collector Oof if given the choice, because this thing is going to clock me very quickly, so I can't afford to take the extra damage from this thing. Yeah. Sadly, I do have to block here. And it just means we're on a, like, 6-turn clock. Yeah, and this will destroy us. We have a few outs to it, but not very many. God damn it! Alright, now we're, like, actually just dead. One engineer we could, like, beat, two is just not possible, so... I can't, like, if I dismember this thing, I will definitely 1000% lose to the Scrib Ranger. Like, yeah, this is pointless. And, like, if I dismember this thing, I'm actually just dead to this, so... Oh, Stabby, yeah, that's why we're doing this. This is an educational stream. We're teaching people how to play with Merfolk and what the lines are. So, yeah, the problem right now is because any creature I play, this is just gonna make it smaller, and half of the creatures that I want to play, like True-Name Nemesis or Hexcatcher, will die immediately because this is in play. So... what if I can pay 4 life to kill this thing, but then I'm dead in 2 turns to this, and I don't really have any other cards in my deck that are going to help me against this. Plus, they also have the line here where they could just sacrifice the Windswept Heath and get the Dryad Arbor and kill me that way, so there's no way for me to win the game at this point. It's unfortunate, but that is what it is. However, like, we gave ourselves a chance. By copying the Plague Engineer, we got rid of Mother of Runes, which is one of their best defensive and offensive enabling creatures. It's super good in combat. This hand is great. We're going to keep this. This is fine. We have a Force here. We have Hexcatcher and Trickster. Everything we can do at instant speed. We have a basic land to start off with, so Wasteland doesn't ruin us. They're on 6 cards, which means that theoretically, like, Force will be even better. If they don't, like, have anything really good to do in turn 1, then, this Hexcatcher becomes even better. They might just play, like, a bird or Noble Hierarch. Sure, that's fine. I'm not worried about Hierarch. Sure. I think I'm going to Trickster this in their upkeep. I'm going to screw with their mana just a little bit. Like, it might force them to use removal on the Trickster. But it means they won't get to 3 mana, so they can't cast Plague Engineer or, like, any of the really scary cards this turn. Like, the worst thing that could happen is they cast, like, Green Sun for 1, or they can potentially cast, like, Collector Oof. So this looks like they have swords that they're going to use on it. Most of the card-type games you've ever played is quite a bit of Hearthstone, so, yeah. This is a little bit different than Hearthstone, because you have to, like... Depending on the kind of deck you play, sometimes you're playing, like, on your turn and your opponent's turn. Like, right now, Merfolk is a very controlling kind of deck. I really don't like that, but at the same time, they have this Scrubland here, and I don't have a good answer to Plague Engineer other than Force of Will. If the Plague Engineer resolves, I actually just lose the game, so I cannot afford to not do this right now. So what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to cast Tide Shaper, and I'm going to turn off the white and black mana, so that way it makes it a little bit harder for them to cast their stuff. And then if I still need to, I have the Force of Will to counter a Plague Engineer if they, like, find a way to kill this thing and then play land and play it. So this Mother of Runes is going to be a problem, but we're just going to have to live with it. It's going to make combat math really difficult. Okay. What are we doing here? Scrib Ranger, I mean, it's not really great for us, but it's not the thing that we're here to counter. I cannot be burning Force of Will on that. Like, there's so many more important cards. Yeah, attacking doesn't... I guess they could, like, attack for one, but then I get, like... Actually, no, I think they probably should, unless they're holding up removal. Like, if they have Swords to Plowshares, then this might make sense. Okay. I can't attack them yet, so... they still have Scrib Ranger to block with, and they have Mother of Runes to, like, block and protect itself. I'm assuming that this is going to be Swords here. Sure. And that this turn, now that they have their black mana unlocked, they're going to go for Engineer. You were working in an RP shop when you're 15 and the first box of Magic came into the store. The one pack you did buy, you traded for some comics. Alright. Grist the Hunger Tide. Okay, well this is also something I have to force. Like, not an option. Okay, well that was not good. And we're going to be also in a lot more danger too because, like, yeah, this... I almost don't even know if it's worth playing Hexcatcher right now, because I'm obviously not attacking or blocking with the damn thing, and I think I might need it in hand in case I draw another Force of Will. I do need a True-Name Nemesis. Okay, well, Wasteland is not irrelevant. I can kill the Scrub land at least, so... and force them to go get another black land. But this is not a good spot to be in. Like, they've got a pretty decent board against us, and we need True-Name terribly badly. Yeah. And if they have Engineer, like, then we're just dead. And then we have basically no outs to it. Don't do it. I mean, Collector Oof would be fine. I could live with that, but please do not play, like, Engineer. We know they have at least two. That's not great. Choke is a thing. Yikes. Alright, this is gonna make it a lot harder. So now we probably need to play this Otawara as a land. These islands are now Lotus Petals. Treasure tokens. Okay. Dismember is not helpful because of the Mother of Runes, sadly. However, I do... I think I still have to play this. I'm just getting hit in the face over and over again, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Choke definitely hurts. No doubt about it. So it looks like they drew another land. Alright, what's your last card? And now, I guess if it's Engineer now, it's not that bad because I can get rid of it, but... Oh, for 4 mana? I don't want to see this. God. Green Sun for 3. Okay, how is this going to work here? I would love to try to counter this thing with the Hexcatcher. However, they do have the ability to use Scrib Ranger to untap the Hierarch to pay for it. I guess... no, see, they also have the ability to use... like, Mother of Runes to give this thing protection from black so it wouldn't die, and they could still do this. Sadly, there is nothing I can, like, there's no line here that actually works. I just kind of need my opponent to screw up, because otherwise I just can't do anything about it. technically nothing that I do mathematically should work. It's just a matter of whether I can trick them into doing something. So I guess I'm just going to attempt to dismember this thing. See what they do. If they just, like, let this resolve, maybe, I don't know. Just fuck Merfolk. Well, they're playing, like, Dark Maverick. Alright. Let's see if we can, like, confuse them with the stack here. It's probably not going to work, though. This is what I mean. Mother of Runes, like, makes none of this actually work, so... If this Green Sun resolves, like, we actually just lose. They'll probably just get, like, Knight of the Reliquary, and we have, like, no way of defeating that. Or they could get another Grist. That would be also equally bad. Yeah, okay, we die. You win the match, sure. That is a very hard match for us to beat, sadly, so... It is, like, that happens. Like, I'm content to try to have some game, but we had, like, no True-Name Nemesis, and they had 2 fucking Plague Engineers, so what are we supposed to do? Like, we just die. Like, we can beat 1, but not 2. Sorry. That's okay. Let's see how we do for this last game here. Tony Scaponi. Alright. This isn't terrible. It's not, like, amazing either. I'm on a mulligan to 6. I'm on the draw here, so probably have to go, like, Island Cursecatcher. It's unlikely that Wasteland is a thing. I don't know, this hand is, like, kind of close to for me, but it... Especially because they're mulliganing, I feel like maybe I should too. Okay, this feels a little bit better. Pretty sure I'm supposed to keep this and just, like... Probably get rid of a Chalice. It's not a lot better, like, but we had to try. City of Traders, oh god, alright. Grim Monolith, that's not going to help us. Yeah, being on the draw here is really bad. If we were on the play with this Chalice, it would have been a lot more helpful. We're up against, like, Ruby Storm. Okay. Okay, what are we exiling here? Defense Grid. Like, we've actually just lost here. I don't even need to tell them what we're playing. Like... They're not beating 2 fucking defense grids. No. Okay, we're up against, like, Ruby Storm, so... We like, once they get defense grid out, our ability to interact with them just goes away completely, and, like, it's just not gonna happen for us, so... Fuck it. Let's just sideboard while we can actually, like, you know, not tell them what's in our deck here. Actually, I don't know if I'm supposed to have the Dismember for this or not. Forget if they do we need to have it to kill Bergie? Is that a thing? They do have Bergie here, and Dismember is a card that deals with it. Probably get rid of Tide Shaper. I guess, like, yeah, True-Name is not terribly great either. This isn't really a True-Name Nemesis match. Hurkyl seems relevant. Yeah, Phantasmal Image is probably not. I think, oh, are we, yeah, we probably need the Null Rods too. Which means we can probably take out at least one Aether Vial. At some point, we might just be overdoing it, though. I guess something like this is probably okay. You always just stole other people's decks and swapped when it's... Yeah. Oh, God. Alright. What are they doing? Like, I don't know. I don't know if they have that many artifacts like that. Null Rod is gonna matter. It might. I mean, it probably, like, I think it does. Maybe the Hurkyls are the thing that we don't necessarily need that badly. I guess the only thing with Hurkyls is that it actually gets rid of defense grid, which is supremely important to us. Oh, you know what? Maybe Dismember's not that relevant because we have Blue Blast. Okay, you know what? I can live with this. Blue Blast also kills Bergie, so... no, we got, like, totally, like, destroyed by, Okay, I guess we're keeping this. We were up against, I think, like, the Ruby Storm deck. They, like, Galvanic, relayed, and they showed us, like, they had a bunch of artifact mana plus, like, defense grade, and it was like, okay, we're not doing that. 1 is not that great here, but 0 is actually okay for Chalice. Yes. What's up, Lowbrow Jester? Alright. We're trying to defeat a filthy combo deck right now. There's the Ancient Tomb. Okay, well, they don't have any fast mana here, so that's good. Well, that's not a good draw. That was terrible. I'm the good guy here. Their opponent is the one who's trying to, like, combo off and be mean. They might not have red mana. Okay, I feel like I have to play Cursecatcher. Or you know what? No, I'm not gonna play it because I can hard cast Force of Negation and then throw Cursecatcher to Force of Will. That's gotta be worth a little bit more right now. Once I draw another blue card, then I can play the Cursecatcher. Okay, they do nothing here. That's good. Because at any given point here, if they just draw, like, defense grid, I am screwed. Okay, see, look, this is fine. I can play this at the end of their turn. They can't. They don't have red mana to cast the fucking gamble. Okay, cool. So I guess, yeah, I can cast the Cursecatcher. If they don't do anything at the end of their turn, I can cast the Merfolk Trickster. And then I can still hold up the mana for Force of Negation. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about, people. This is not acceptable at all. Alright, get in there, Cursecatcher. And I guess we can hard cast the Force of Will now if we need to. And again, if they don't do anything, I can just cast Trickster in the end step. Alright, increase the clock. Alright, they have to discard now. This Chalice has got to be just, like, nut-crushing right now. I'm sure that they have, like, a bunch of Lotus Petals in hand that they just can't use because of this thing. Look, there we go! What did I say? Should probably keep Otawara here just in case. In case if like I need to bounce something. No, what's a low blow is they're trying to combo kill me. Like, they want to cast like a bajillion spells in one turn. That's not fun. Alright, they discard Wish, another red card, so that presumably they have like Galvanic Relay in hand that they can't cast. So we just need, like, if they draw a mountain or something, we're in trouble. Okay, they did not draw it. Alright, well, we have to cast the Trickster. Put the clock on, baby! Combo killing people is fun. Alright, look, they discard another Gamble. Excellent. I think I'm supposed to cast Master of the Pearl Trident here and just hope one Force of Will is enough, right? Wait, no, maybe not. Hold on, let me do the math here. Alright, I think actually I'm not supposed to, because I attack for 5 here, put them to 8, and then next turn I play Master attack for 8. That does kill them. So yeah, at this turn means I can hard cast one Force of Will and then pitch cast this one if necessary. So this actually does work out correctly. Well, the different, like, they do death by 1,000 cuts, except all of the 1,000 cuts happen all at the same time. Okay, this just means I win here. Discarded Chrome Mox. Look at the power of this fucking Chalice of the Void. The opponent is just dead. Here we go. This is 8 damage. They're dead. They see it. All right. We steal game 2 from the evil combo players. All right, excellent. Okay. I think that this is as good as we're gonna get, so let's go, baby. Chalice and 0 is just critical to winning that game. Okay. Null Rod is pretty good. We actually have a very good hand here. I'm going to keep this for sure. All of these cards are fantastic against this deck. We just need to live long enough to cast them. Communist combo players. They're on a mull to 5. Like, we are gonna destroy them. Like, how can we not? We have Force and Blue Elemental Blast and like Null Rod. Like, this is gonna hurt them so badly. I'm not sure that I play the Cursecatcher. That might be the card that I keep for Force here. Rite of Flame? Okay, sure. What are you going to cast for 2 mana here? LED? Okay. This might just be a relay. Or they could just... they're force checking me. Okay, no, we're not doing that. We win. They gave up. They kept a hand where they had 5 cards, and they were like, okay, if he doesn't have Force of Will, I will just like try to win the game right now, and if he does have Force of Will, I will just die on the spot. Because he had 0 cards left in hand, and he was going to have basically no board. And like, I kept 7 cards, so he knows that like I kept a pretty good hand. So he has to hope that I kept a hand on the draw with like Chalice of the Void or like Null Rod or something, that I wasn't going to have Force to just hit him. But no, we're playing fucking 7 Forces in our deck, so the odds that I have one are pretty high, but he just has to go for it anyway and just hope that I don't. So, I mean, on a mull to 5, you do what you gotta do, so. I gotta say, like, this configuration of cards did please me. I know we lost to the initiative deck, but I do think that this is kind of what we need to do in order to be able to have a chance against it. Image does actually seem like it's pretty good, because it steals the initiative from them, and it's also good, again, at like copying True-Name Nemesis in some of the matches where we need that. If we can find True-Name, it'll be really good. We just play Image, and, you know, that's great. Dismember is also great against like a lot of the matches we typically struggle with, like Death and Taxes, like Maverick, and even the initiative deck. Dismember is gonna, in the main deck, I think will help us a lot. The biggest thing that I think I've learned tonight, though, is the play pattern we need to get in the habit of doing. We have to, like, Chalice on 0 and the blind. We're not holding fucking Chalice of the Void for, like, 1. Like, we're living in a world of fucking Delver where it's like, okay, we can afford to. There are too many decks right now where, like, we need to have the Chalice on 0 out to stop, like, Lion's Eye Diamond, Lotus Petal, Mox Opal, like Mishra's Bauble, like all of that stuff. We have to stop it before it gets started. And playing this on 0 in the blind is the way to go. Chrome Mox too, because like too many decks now are playing it. Like, you know, there's always like Storm, but you know, Doomsday plays like Lotus Petals. You have the Echo of Eons deck. You have the Initiative Stompy deck. It's there's just too many things. Like it is necessary against it. Like even Reanimator, like Chalice on 0 can slow them down if they keep a hand where it's like Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, go for it. So I think that's probably like the biggest change. Like we're not holding this up on 1 as much as we might have before, unless maybe we have Cursecatcher or something. But like, I think more likely now is we're just in the blind slamming it on 0 and then adjusting our strategy with Chalice for games 2 and 3. I don't know if Grafdigger's Cage is the card that I need in that slot, but it's not terrible for that. It could be like another Unlicensed Hearse or another Orb or something. It's entirely possible. I do want to say I like Torpor Orb. We saw at least 2 matches where this card was really good. So, yeah, being able to bring it in against Doomsday means, like, they need very specific stuff. So they have to have, like, a bounce spell that gets rid of this thing, which they don't have, like, a lot of. Or they have to have, like, Abrupt Decay, which, like, most of them, their mana bases don't support that much anymore. Like, there's sequence, like, they can if they have, like, Lotus Petals and, like, stuff. But I don't know how many of them actually bring it in or not, so... Torpor Orb is not one that, like, these decks usually expect from us. They're thinking that we're going to have more stuff like Force of Will to try to stop them from casting Doomsday. Like, they're not going to be necessarily as prepared for this card in particular. So I do like that it's kind of like a 1-2 punch where we have our spell-based ways to interact, but also permanent-based ways. Since Chalice does not really do that job as well as we need it to in that match, because their key cards are 3 mana and an uncounterable 2-drop. Like, yeah, this isn't really hurt. Like, if you get it on 1 and they haven't, like, cast Doomsday yet, like, it can stop them from finding it. But once they find it, like, Chalice is not going to help you anymore. So, there is that. And, I don't know, like, if the Blue Elemental Blast is 2, if 2 is the right number for that, but it definitely seems like it's a safety valve for us, because if we do go up against Hamster Dad, like, we're just not going to beat it without that card, so I don't want to leave home without it. Then there's also going to be matches like, you know, Storm, or, you know, like the Ruby Storm, or even like regular Storm, where if you counter like Burning Wishes with this card, yeah, that's itself really fine. If you bring it in against Delver too, like, it destroys like what's his face, Dragon's Rage Channeler, and it also counters Pyroblast, which is also important. So I think, yeah, 2 Blue Elemental Blast is definitely fine. So I think that this is pretty close to where I feel like we need to be. It's possible that we would need to change 1 or 2 more cards, but like, I think that this is the shell I'm gonna lean towards for Eternal Weekend. We'll see how that goes. So probably try to play at least, you know, 1 more league with this before that comes up. Okay, no, we're not doing this. Fuck that. Get the fuck out of my chat. This is not a place to go and advertise this nonsense. Sorry. I don't know how to, like, get this thing off of here. No! Help me out. I need to... Wait, there we go. We're good. Alright. Fine. Excellent. No. What I was gonna say is that, there are... So, I feel like, as far as the deck is concerned, I am pretty pleased on the direction that we're heading into Eternal Weekend. The thing that I am a little bit more concerned with right now is the logistical side of it. And right now, I don't know, I imagine that a lot of you probably have realized this, but the Big C is kind of going around really, really hard again right now. And while I do expect that, you know, it looks like Card Titan is taking at least some measures. Like, I do believe they have a vaccination requirement. and that's great. They do not have a mask requirement. It is like a mask suggestion, and that makes me a little bit nervous. So I am really hoping that when I go there that I'm going to see everybody wearing them, because SCG mandated it and everybody seemed to comply with it there. I am really hoping that that's going to be the case with Card Titan, but I was not really thrilled with the wording about it on the site, because they just strongly suggest it's not the same thing as you have to or we're going to kick you out. So I don't know. There is that side of it, and we are going to continue living through this fucking nightmare over and over again until society figures out that we need to, like, I don't know, start caring. But I think we're long past the point where that's going to be a thing. So I don't know I don't know how we're going to fix that problem. That is entirely outside of our control, though. It's just something to be aware of, that we're going into a month where it's starting to spike really badly. So it's entirely possible that, like, there might be people that don't want to play because of that concern, and I would not blame them. So I don't know exactly what attendance is going to look like or how everything's going to go down there. I'm hoping that it's going to go well. So I have been watching the early registrations in there. I think they're at about like 20% of the cap. They're somewhere around 200 out of the 1,000 max signups for it. So there definitely will be a lot of people there. I don't know how close they're going to come to that 1,000 people. And it's been a long time since I've been to this particular convention center. Star City Games usually runs their events out of Valley Forge Casino, which is a fairly open area, but I don't remember it. Like, the last time that I was in, like, I think it's like the Philadelphia Expo Center. It's actually, like, in Philly proper, and I'm not 100% sure about, like, the space in there for that, because been at least like 6 years or so since the last time I was at that spot. So I don't know. I think the last time I was there was to play Legacy, and I remember that day I ate like a 7-Eleven sandwich, and I did not do well in my last round because of a stomach ache because of that. So no more gas station sandwiches. No, fuck that. I've learned my lesson on that. If you are going, though, the really cool thing is, like, across the street from there, there's Reading Terminal Market, and that place sells, like, every delicious, like, food item you could ever possibly want. So that is something I'm looking forward to getting to go visit while I'm there. And I also highly recommend that if you're going, you should go check it out. So my roommate is going to be taking my power there on Friday to play with, so if you are playing in the Vintage Championship, you might get to see the Rainbow Dash altered time walk, because he is taking it, and my power is actually going to be played with that day. So I thought that was interesting, and I told him he has to post pictures of the deck, like, actually being played there. So hopefully I'll have one to show you. And there was one other thing that I wanted to show everybody before we end the stream for today. Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta pull it up here. Yeah, I did a post, like, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and I forgot to do it the last time that we had a stream here, so I'm gonna pull it up. Alright, I think I got this. Come back. Here we go. In the battle for control of Dominaria's oceans, which legendary merfolk are you going to fight for? So we had a pretty interesting breakdown on this. So, like, yeah, for everyone who's not, like, familiar with this, so I picked out 4 different legendary merfolk from different times in Dominaria's history. So we have Ambassador Laquatus, who betrayed the merfolk over to the Cephalids, I believe. So yeah, 15% are signing up to fight with him and betray the merfolk. Vohar Vodalian Desecrator is corrupted by the Phyrexians, and yeah, obviously, like, if you're signing up to fight with him, you're fighting for Phyrexia. So 12% of people decide to go for that. Emperor Mihal II is the current ruler of the Vodalian Empire. So he's like the most reasonable emperor I think that they've ever had. And we had 35% of people decide they're going to fight for him. And then 38% of people are fighting for Empress Galena, who is the former ruler of Vodalian, and is a little bit more political, more conniving, more Machiavellian. She's got a really cool card for Commander. Let's see if I can bring it up here. She lets you steal legends, which is ridiculously useful for Commander. Oops. Quantity 0. There we go. Can I make this bigger? Yeah, I can actually. There we go. So, yeah, we had just barely winning out Empress Galena here. The legendary Merfolk noble who gains control of legendary permanents. Everybody signed up for her. I guess maybe they were looking at the mechanic and they figured, oh, well, she can just take out whichever other person is fighting her, so she can just gain control of them. So, all right, Galena beats out Mihail just barely, so I thought that was cool. I'll have another interesting poll to put up within the next couple days. So, but all right, there we go. Now we got that covered. So, anyways, I want to a final look at our deck list here. I want to thank everybody for being here with me today. It was really appreciating everybody keeping me company while we were testing this. I thought the testing went pretty well. We went 3-2, and I mean, like, we learned some interesting things about this. So, let's see, who is on right now? Well, we know our friends over at the Legacy Pit are on here, so I think that's probably where we're going. Because they usually are streaming Legacy like on Thursdays around the time that we're ending, so I think that's where I'm sending you. Actually, here, we haven't visited this person before, I don't think. Alkaleth is playing Legacy Urion Death and Taxes. Alright, we should go say hello to him. Alright, that's it. That's where we're going for tonight. Everybody, thank you for showing up. If you are watching the replay on YouTube, please click the thumbs up button. It means a lot to me. I don't ask you for money or anything, but if you just support me by clicking the like button, that's it. I'm happy with that. And the subscribe button. You know what? The subscribe button counts twice as much. If you click that, I will be even more grateful than. And you could go and do the super extra thing and click both the like button and the subscribe button. That would be like, if you're a real baller, that's the way to go. So, I always try to read all the comments. I care very much what you guys have to say, and I respond as often as I can. So, I'm paying attention to that, and so that's all I've got for today. Alright, so we're going to go and do our raid over here. We're going to watch some Legacy Death and Taxes. So thank you for being here with me, and I will see you again next time, everyone. Let me know if you like the music. That's important.